Hair transplant design. As a hair transplant is a permanent procedure, careful design and planning is an essential part of the hair transplant process at HRBR. It is this careful planning in consultation with each patient that ensures that a hair transplant will look natural not only today, but also into the future. At HRBR, you will first discuss the design of your transplant when you meet with one of our qualified doctors. This design is then further developed when you return for your preoperative appointment with our nursing and technical staff. Then, on the day of your procedure, the final stage of the design process is held, where all is agreed on in consultation with you. When it comes to designing a natural and undetectable hair transplant, the most important factor to consider is that a patient suffering from pattern hair loss will continue to lose their non-transplanted hair throughout their lifetime. This principle is at the core of our design approach, and as such, our goal is always to design a hair transplant that will look natural, regardless of patients' future hair loss. Failing to consider future hair loss at the design stage can often leave patients with an unnatural and inappropriate look that becomes only more pronounced and more obvious as time passes. When designing the hair transplant, we take into consideration the patient's age, facial features and dimensions, the amount of donor hair available, and potential future hair loss. An outline is then drawn that will form the new hairline. Then, small peaks and a feathering of hairs will be placed in front of it to give the hairline a completely natural appearance. Then, when transplanting the hair on the day, consideration is given to the size and colour of the hair grafts being transplanted to ensure they seamlessly blend into their new location. When a hair transplant is well planned and designed to mimic nature, the results can be superb, with most people never knowing a patient has undergone the procedure. And, as a result, for many men and women, it can be a truly life-changing experience. In fact, the greatest compliment we receive from our patients following their procedure is that hair loss is something they no longer think about.